Hey guys, today's video is going to be a Demeter The Library fragrance review video. So I got 8 half fluid ounces and they used to be $6 each, now they're $7 each. So just a little fun fact. And we're gonna get into it. Yeah, and just to be clear, I did repurchase from them again. I'm excited to see how my next batch turns out. I did like a few of these, but I still have some comments to make, so I will share those with you now. Let's start off with two of my least favorites. My absolute least favorite was Fig Leaf, and this is maybe not by the company's fault, but just because people in the reviews were saying that this is a fig fragrance, like, oh, this is the perfect fig fragrance, I've been searching for a fig fragrance and this was perfect. But this is definitely fig leaf. Like, you smell completely green notes in here. I don't know if this is how actual fig leaf smells, but it's very chemically and not a pleasant scent whatsoever. Like, it is fresh, but it's leaning on the Windex side, and I'm surprised I haven't seen any reviews calling that out yet. I personally do not recommend this one at all. Next is chai tea, and I don't hate this. I just don't think it smells too much like chai. It's in the same realm. It has spicy tea notes. To me, this almost smells like incense or just a spice blend. It does kind of smell like tea, but it's missing the mark for me a little bit. It does have a slight sweetness to it, so if you're looking for a true spicy tea fragrance like the tea bag, this does have a little bit of the sweetness, kind of maybe if you add milk in your tea or something, sugar in your tea. This isn't bad at all. I think a lot of people might like this fragrance, but just for me, it isn't quite right. And so what Demeter does is focus on singular scents. So they focus on a specific beverage or a specific food, whatever the case is, and they typically try and recreate that. Very simple products, but they do have some blends, like First Kiss and just abstract things like that. This, however, is supposed to smell like an actual chai tea. That's the whole concept, so that's why I'm saying it doesn't quite smell like it. Okay, next I have Cherry Cream, and I don't dislike this, but just for me, I think I've smelled better cherry fragrances. This is a sour cherry, and it comes across as a cherry lollipop or a cherry Jolly Rancher type of fragrance to me, which I don't hate that scent at all. If you look at the description, it does say it's a cherry vanilla. So that was my fault, because when they said cherry cream and by the photo used on the site, it made me think that it was gonna be like a cherry milkshake or just a creamy cherry. But I would not say that's the case. Creamy I associate with milky. There is a slight creaminess in here, but like I said, it's more of like sour cherry candy, maybe like a cherry candy with a milk swirl in it. It's nice. It is nice. The great thing about Demeter is you can always mix them. Like, that's kind of the point. You can mix this with, you know, one of the vanilla ones or whatever you really want to. You can mix this with chai tea if you want to. It probably would not be pleasant, but that's the beauty of this line. Okay, we're moving on to two that are just too subtle. And so it's funny because it literally says simple, subtle, singular scents. So I think they're going for that subtle approach anyway. So first is Cream Anglaise, and it looks like it's been used a lot because I did put it into a decant. And then I have Condensed Milk. So first of all, these are both soft, sweet scents. I don't like super soft scents. Like, even Ariana Grande's Cloud and Sweet Lake Candy are just way too soft for me. I don't know what I was expecting, because Cream Anglaise is like a custard and Condensed Milk is just like a sugary, milky ingredient used in baking. So these are not potent, strong scents in the first place. I don't know. I guess I just imagined in my head that somehow they would make it intense. So Cream Anglaise is much more subtle, if you can imagine, but I can see a use for these. This is nice, sweet, just pretty agreeable. I wore this to the gym and it was just nice. It's more of a skin scent. That's the best way to describe it. It just kind of stays on your skin. It makes you slightly sweet. So if you don't want to draw attention to yourself, or you want to maybe slightly sweeten up one of your perfumes, this could be a good use for it. They also do sell lotions on the website, so I highly recommend getting this in a lotion maybe, so that way when you put on your lotion, it's not detracting from your fragrance. It's just a nice little soft, sweet scent. Then Condensed Milk. It's a little coconutty, like coconut vanilla, to be honest with you guys. Like, I could try and tell you guys that this smells like condensed milk, but I mean, I don't blame them. It's kind of a hard scent to pin down. I can't imagine how they would even figure that out. But just for me, I definitely don't think this is worth purchasing. It's a nice scent, but I don't need it in my collection by any means. Okay, then I have two nut fragrances, and I have an issue with these. So I love them on initial spray, but I don't like them on the dry down. So I have Almond This is not as bad of a dry down. Typical cherry sweet almond. So if that's what you like, you'll love this. I love that. It's amazing. It smells so good in the beginning. And it's fine in the dry down. It just gets waxy. Something about the way that they do nuts, it just smells so good actually. But again, I put it on earlier today and it dried down and it smelled just a little waxy, a little bit artificial. Almost like I had a wax melt on myself, or like a candle on myself. If you can imagine that type of like artificial undertone. It is worse with pistachio ice cream, which is so disappointing because I love the way that this smells. A lot of people in the comments or in the reviews of this fragrance said that it's more of an almond leaning fragrance, which is totally true. Definitely get the pistachio. Like, you can tell the distinct difference between this and almond, but it has like almond thrown in there or something because it's not just pistachio. And I wouldn't say it's super creamy. Like, it doesn't actually smell like the creaminess or the milkiness of an ice cream. It's just kind of like the sweetness, maybe like the vanilla in an ice cream type of vibe. Lastly, we have blueberry, and this is a true blueberry muffin fragrance. Thankfully, I read the reviews and I did hear people saying that. So if you're looking for like an authentic blueberry to kind of pair with other things, this is already sweetened. It already has that bakery note to it, so just beware. That being said, the blueberry in here smells really authentic. It just also, you can smell the blueberry muffin, but like the blueberry smells so realistic, but it's still really sweet. I feel like it would be great paired with Santa's blueberry shortbread. I think it would be great paired with your other blueberry fragrances to maybe add a more intensity. So definitely like this one. So also they included a free Thunderstorm hand sanitizer in my order. I think it's like if you order over a certain amount. And so at first it smells like a cologne, very masculine scent, but you do smell like the rain and the dirt and all this stuff in the dry down. This is one of their most popular fragrances. I think it's nice, but just personally, I would never wear it. So as a hand sanitizer, it's fine, but like on myself, no. But anyways, you guys, I will have, you know, a second Demeter haul. Hopefully I like those fragrances a bit more because some of these were hit or miss, to be quite honest. People do leave reviews on the website that are super helpful, so I recommend checking those out if you need more clarification. Also, you know, people have raved about some of these other fragrances, so maybe that's just how they work on my skin. I highly recommend trying it out to see how you guys feel about it. And that's all I have for you today. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.